Hi and welcome. I'm trying to learn history, today Oceania, and after we've done it, we're going to do short impingement training, and if you participate in the short impingement training, then it's with your own risk. This is part 2. Now we're here and we want to make a presentation. So the first things written here are that the people of the Pacific, which is Oceania, may have been the greatest seafarers of the ancient world. Okay, first Oceania. We want to make a little presentation with the title Ancient History of Oceania. Oceania, that is a part of Australia, North. They say the Pacific. This would technically go into Africa, I think. But it's no, yes, Pacific. That is the Indian Ocean. That is Pacific. Okay, the Pacific. Northern Australia, Southern Asia, the Pacific. Northern Australia, Southern Asia, the Pacific. We're going to say it like that. Oceania. The people of the Pacific. 50,000 years ago, there were people coming from South Asia with boats, and they settled in Australia. That's the first thing. 50,000 years ago, people came with boats from Southern Asia. The next thing is, and the oldest settlement is in New Guinea, which is 40,000 years old. But many sites are lost under the sea, because they were lying at the coast. Most early sites are now lost offshore under the sea, which rose to cut off New Guinea and Australia around 5,000 years ago. But many of these early sites are lost under the sea, offshore under the sea, because the sea level has risen, and because the sea level has risen. After the end of the Ice Age. Very good, Edward. Let's Edward. Which when separated, after the sea level has risen, which when 5,000 years ago settled Tasmania, Australia and New Guinea. Up until 5,000 years ago, the sea level was lower in Tasmania, Australia, and New Guinea were all part of one big continent. Okay, 50,000 years ago, people were coming from Southern Asia with boats to Australia, and the oldest settlements are in New Guinea, which are 40,000 years old. But most of the sites where people lived are now underground, and when underground because the sea level has risen, and which led them to that, which was the leading cause of that I can't get it really correct, which was the cause for the separation of the Tasmanian, Australian and Papua New Guinea land, which was until then connected. It's really complicated. Had risen, which this rising of the sea level had been caused that Tasmania, Papua New Guinea, the Tasmania, New Guinea and Australia were separated. With this earlier, for 6,000 years earlier. 6,000 years ago, they had plants and animals reach New Guinea from Asia. Plants and animals had come over from Asia, and people were doing farming. They drained fields. Draining means they took the water out, I think. Draining. On an area called Cooksville. I don't know what we should do with this information. Is it an important information? What would be good to edit there? And with the people, for example, the people in Cooksville were draining also fields. Most of the people living there stayed hunters. 4,000 years ago, there were many people driving or sailing around in canoes. And they made it up onto Southern America. And we know it because it is 50,000 years old. The cave painting itself is 50,000 years old. Okay, then I would not mention that the people were sailing around 4,000 years ago from Indonesia to Melanesia and Micronesia. It's not too complicated. But we would say that 50,000 years old, And there is a 50, it's a bit like that. Round canoes shown in a 50,000-year-old cave painting in Australia. Match those that can be seen all over the Pacific region. And in caves in South American Amazon jungles. The painting is in Australia, okay. But it matches the canoes seen everywhere. But not the other paintings. That's a little problem. But we want to mention at least the other thing. There is the lapita pottery. There's the style of pottery which is called lapita and that originated on the Maluka island of Indonesia. And the early Melanesians are known for it. Wait, there are too many words to remember. And we will do, and there's also art and culture, art remaining. There's, for example, a 50,000-year-old painting in a cave in Australia, on which canoes are depicted, which have the same appearance as the canoes found. No. And in caves in South American Amazon jungles. They haven't found the canoes in South American caves. They have the paintings. And they found paintings in caves 50,000 years old, which are the same in Australia, and they match the same in the Amazon jungle in South America and all over the Pacific. That indicates that the people were sailing a lot in their canoes, and we know, for example, that they spread also from Australia over to Melanesia, Micronesia, and Vanuatu. I really wanted to do a presentation now, so I'm totally unconcentrated. No, I don't really know how we should continue. That means we're going to continue with short impingement and we come back with a plan. That means if you were here for history, you can go directly to the next part of history. We will do what we wanted to do now. We will do now the short impingement training. If you stay and participate in the short impingement training, then it's better your own risk. Good and stable stance, and we're doing short circles spiral back, up and front and down. And now backwards. And now we are having long arms, strong fists, and we're going as far back as we can with the shoulders. High up and in front and down and again back, up and in front and down and again backwards, up, back, down, again in front, up, back and down. Now we're going on with the next exercise, which is accelerating motorcyclists. Good and stable stance, we're going into the knees, we're hinging forward with a straight back, we're letting the arms hang and we're pinching the scapulars together with it. And now make fists, lift the arms up and still pinch the scapulars together. Lift the arms down and the shoulders. And then around. Pinch the scapulars together. Now make fists, lift the arms up and still pinch the scapulars together. Lift the arms down. And to the next exercise, sheet up. Into the knees, hinge forward, round back, lift the arms hang, make fists, turn the arms to the inside, lift the arms high up, bring them together, straighten up, bring shoulders down, together. Arms high up, and together, shoulders down, and together. And release. And the second round, into the knees, hinge forward, lift the round back, lift the arms hang, make fists, turn the arms to the inside, lift the arms high up, bring them together. Straighten up, bring the shoulders down and together. And release. And now just lift the arms up and let go down. And again, if this exercise causes pain, then don't do it. and arms at the sides, and in front, and again back. And now to the next exercise. Good and stable stance, shoulders down, elbows together, long arms, strong fists, turn the arms to the inside. Shoulders down, elbows together with effort. Arms to the outside, shoulders down, hands together. Change again, arms to the inside, shoulders down, hands together. One more to the outside, shoulders down together. Now the next exercise. Arms up to the T, hands on the fists, to the front, turn the arms in front, shoulders down, hands together. Now the arms back, shoulders up and in front. And the arms again in front, shoulders down, hands together. And change again, arms back, shoulders up and in front. And release to the next exercise. You shrug with the arms up, and shrug the shoulders up. And release all down again. Again the arms up, shoulders up, and release all down. Last time. And down, and now the pretzel curl arms together, and bring them down to the outside. And again to the inside. And last time. And now we're going to do a sundial. You can also use the tennis ball or something else. Have the lower with the outside, and then the foot down. If you flex the wrist a bit down, it's easier to keep the arm straight, which is a better training for sure. And the other side. And now to the stretching. Take one arm in front, shoulder back, and down. Pull the arm in, have flat fingers, try to relax the arm. Go with back of the shoulder, and then the palm a bit up to the sky. And the other arm. The arm in front, shoulder back, down. Pull the arm and have flat fingers, try to relax the arm. Go with back of the shoulder, and turn the palm up to the sky. And that was the shoulder training. I thank you very much, and until next time.